Welcome to Mystically Me, a place for anyone curious about metaphysical topics, connecting more to their intuition, learning about angels, guides, ancestors. This is the place for you. I'm so glad you're here. So, I hope that this has been a great week for everyone, that it's going well, and let's just jump in to see what the cards have to say to us. We will start with our inner child cards, my favorites. I hope those of you listening have had some time, if you are in the northern hemisphere for summer, to get out and play a little bit during this summertime. Indulge your inner child with a little bit of fun, not be too attached to work. It's important, you know. Okay, so we have the Seeker of Hearts, Eight of Crystals, and Snow White. All right. See what wants to come through. All right, so let me just tell you about these cards a little bit as the messages are coming through. So we have the Seeker of Hearts. It is a knight upon a horse. And there is a bird with a heart on the sword. This is a little difficult to see anyway. Then we've seen the Eight of Crystals before. It's a little gnome girl ice skating, and she's making a figure eight on the ice. And then the story of Snow White, of course, which is a part of the major arcana cards for this deck, which would be card 9. Okay, let me get some water and we will go. Uh-oh, I only have ice, not much water. That's okay. So, for what's coming through right now, so the Seeker of Hearts, well, he is very, I mean, not as youthful as the Child of Hearts, of course, but the Seeker of Heart is very idealistic, always kind of on the look. So in this deck, the Seeker of Hearts actually is the Tin Man, which we had in another reading the Yellow Brick Road come up. So anyway, the Tin Man, in the story, he's searching for his heart. He doesn't have a heart. And if you just look at what a Tin Man kind of represents, this person, whoever this message is for, you have kind of put like metal armor around your heart and feelings. Your heart and soul are kind of locked down, and you are protecting yourself from the outside. Now, there are reasons for this, obviously, but you are coming into a time right now where it's time to kind of let the walls down, release some emotions, share your emotions. Crying, I know people don't love crying. Our society, especially if you're male in the Western society, really looks down upon crying. But crying is a great way to release like grief from your heart area, your heart chakra. For those of you that crying is a little harder for, a little step towards that. When you exercise and sweat a lot, you also release grief from the heart. If you are not ready to, or not in a place feeling safe enough yet where you could really sit down and have a good cry. Because I know for some people, I mean, to release the emotions that I'm feeling someone needs to release right now, you really should have someone you like love and trust and care about to be there. Maybe not in the moment you're sobbing and crying, but just to be there after. Just someone to help you get out of that deep emotion after you've released it. So, you are not alone and you can do this. And guess what? Your heart is just, it's waiting to be loved. And there are people out here who are waiting to love it. So, just know it doesn't have to be a fast process, but you have people here. Shielding yourself from your feelings is not, I mean, it's worked for a while, but it's not going to keep working. Also, being more open hearted is going to help bring into your life what you really want. Because right now you're trying to bring in the things that you want through kind of a closed heart, and it's just not happening. And that's okay. Sometimes our heart has to be protected for a while, when you go through really tough things. So let's see how that connecting with our, hold on, give me a second. Connecting this. So, ice skating is not an easy task by any means, I feel. Not that I've ever done it, not very graceful with stuff like that. So, this one has to do with like deep seated change, and this has come out before. So, if you were someone who is always, you have had a tin tin suit around your heart and emotions your whole life, this is a big change for you, a very big change. Uh, but what's going to happen if you can bring your walls down? You're going to come to like hidden skills, hidden gifts of yours are going to come to the surface, because they are waiting. You have some hidden creativity within you, but you have to let your walls down. You've just been protecting yourself for too long, and your guides and your angels want you to know it's safe. You are safe to let those walls down. They love you, they are there for you. This will maybe sound a little cheesy, but I can just see them like wrapping you in like wings, puffy clouds of love. So you don't have to go through this alone. Just know that you you can do it. You have really been doing so much inner work and have come so far. This is like one of those last little things to just, you know, let the overflow of abundance and wonderful things that's waiting for you just flood into your life. You just have to let those walls down. So, okay. So, how this all ties with our Snow White card here. Oh my gosh. So, give me a sec. It all really ties together because you are ready to receive the buried treasure, like the treasures buried in your own wisdom. Your angels and guides are here. They're ready to assist you. There might be some wisdom in your ancestral past, or what I feel is for the person who is like really blocking their heart, this isn't necessarily your, what I want to say, your karma, your your cross to bear, for lack of better words. This is something ancestral. So you might want to see if you can do any work around that. Or sometimes it's just like, I am not my past and I am not my ancestors, and I release and cut all cords and ties. And you can do a physical type of thing for this. Get some string, get some cord, and imagine it being like a tie to your past and cutting it with scissors. And that can do it. Doesn't always have to be in your mind. If you are physical and very 3D about some things, do that and cut yourself away from your past. Release yourself from the past. Release yourself from your current, like, reality, your current existence that's not you. Like, forever this message is for, and this feels very specific. You don't have to keep living the life that you signed up for just because you chose that life when you were a kid or in your youth, when you were younger. You've changed, and it isn't fair to you or the people in your life now to stay in a situation that you have like no desire to be in. And I don't mean that to sound harsh, but this is for like someone who's going to have to make a major change. Like maybe you got married young. Maybe, you've had your group of friends for a really long time, and, the person you were in your 20s is not the person you are now. And you don't have to keep living the life that you built in your 20s to like prove someone right because you said you would. Because at the end of the day, if someone is miserable and not happy in a relationship specifically, I'm thinking it's not fair to the other person to have someone in it half in, to not be in with our whole heart, because everybody in the world deserves to be in a relationship with someone who loves them with their whole heart. And I feel, I grew up in this Western society thinking divorce was so wrong and how dare people. And I mean, I was young and dumb. No, not young and dumb, but just young and didn't have the life experiences. And honestly, you don't know how much you're going to change when you're 20 or you're 15 to 40, because, you can't even see 40. That's old. Those people are decrepit. They're dead. Um, but they're not. And 40 isn't old. So there's no there's no shame in being honest with another person, there's no shame in being honest with your own heart, because everybody deserves to live their biggest life, the life they dream of. Everybody deserves to feel love. Everyone deserves to be in a partnership that's equal. So, also, if this is just about friends, some people, you've had your friends since you were a kid and you just can't imagine life without them. But also, on the flip side of that, they're not really people at this point in your life. If you were going out to make friends, would be your friends. So, sometimes as you get older, you have to make changes that can be hard in the moment, but they're just getting you to where you really want to be. So, for whoever this is for, you are coming into a beautiful place. You know there's more for you. You have been feeling this deep inside for a while now, and your heart deserves, with the seeker of heart here, if you are stuck in a situation where your heart is not full of love for someone, it's almost like being the Tin Man, because when your heart isn't able to love at its fullest capacity, you aren't living life at your fullest capacity. So, um, okay, let's move on. In another reading, I had brought out some different cards and got some good feedback. So I'm going to pull out the energy oracle cards again, and then we will see where we go with that. Please let me know if what cards you like. If you're a fan of the inner child cards, you like the sacred geometry. If you like me pulling new ones in, I'd love to hear in the comments. Uh, Anything from anyone listening, what you're thinking, what you'd like more of. Since we are, this is you'll the this. Sorry, apologize. Let me gather my words. So when this is July now. So we're heading, we're in a new month. And soon, I believe this week, I'll do a video that talks about some of the astrology stuff for July, what we have going on in the sky. We just had that huge full moon earlier in the week, the end of June. Hopefully, you had a smooth full moon and not too much craziness, and that this Mercury retrograde is treating you well. Okay, two cards just jumped out. So we have 8, which is indecision. 23 came out upside down, which was all tied up. And then door to spirit. Okay. So indecision. The indecision card has a giant tree, 2 paths, and a person standing right where the path splits. Forever, this message, this download is coming in for, you've been in a place of indecision for quite a while. Um, Honestly, the stress of it has really been getting to you, and not, I just feel like the last couple weeks or months, or for someone listening, like year, how you have been in a place of indecision. The thing though is, you know what you want, you know what to do. I don't want to say afraid. I mean, it is some fear. It's more of a disruption. You don't know if you want to disrupt your whole life. That's what's keeping you stuck in indecision. But if you're that person that's been in this indecision, because I feel this message is for several different people in several different places of indecision. For someone, you've been in this indecision for, like, it feels like a year or more, and it is slowly eating away at you. Like, on the outside, you pretend nothing's going on, but your inner world has been consumed with this choice for a very long time. I can feel this such a heaviness. What you The thing is, for whoever this is for, you know that it can all be alleviated by, I mean, you've already made the decision. You're just in the indecision of following through with it. So, yeah, that's really on you. No one can force you to make the choice. Um, so, and if you are good with status quo, just leaving everything the way it is, that's also your choice. But some of your guidance coming through is, why? Why are you going to live your life like this? You know you're not happy. You know this isn't what you want. So just They're really saying, why don't you think you deserve more? Why do you think you just deserve this? So, for whoever that message is for, go ahead and, you know, I would think on that a little bit. Try to connect with your higher guidance. They'll help you through this if you really want to make the choice that'll make your heart sing. You have behind the scenes help for this. So, I wish you luck. And just know if you take this chance, what's waiting for you is beautiful. Okay, I want to check out what the book says about. I don't do a lot of reversal cards usually, so I'm curious what the specific message is on the reversal for all tied up. Okay, so when this card is reversed, it's telling you that the ties that bind are about to break loose. So a previously stuck situation is opening up and the restrictions are clearing out. This card also reverses that you're about to break free from habits and patterns that have kept you tied up for so long. Get ready to free yourself. So maybe the person that was in the indecision for who this message is coming through, either life is about to happen in a way where you don't have a choice. You're making that decision, or you're just over it. You're done. You're ready for the life you deserve. So, yep, it says untie the binds of the patterns that have stopped you from being authentic and empowered. Now is the time to liberate yourself. I'm going to say the affirmation that goes with this card because I feel for whoever this will be really helpful. So, the affirmation to help you with this: I release stuck energy, old habits, and restrictions. My life is opening up. I am free to choose my reality. So, if you were the person going through that indecision, I would write that down, say it out loud, anything. Just get it out into your thinking. All right. Whew. So, with the last card out of these three being Door to Spirit, I think that, as you get through that indecision, make the choice, Door to Spirit is going to open up new beginnings, spiritual awakenings, everything. I mean, it feels for someone like your real, authentic life is beginning. Not that the life you've been living isn't great, and you're always going to carry the wonderful memories and the great things that have happened, all the things that have happened to this point to get you to be who you are. But if you are willing and brave and courageous, when this door opens, everything opens. Like light will flood your life and love will flood your life, and you will just be living in an existence. I mean, it might not look like anything changes majorly on the outside, probably living conditions, maybe who you're living with. It's just when you start living a more authentic life, when you are your truest self, everything is just amazing. I don't know how to say it for better words. Sure, life still happens and you still have to deal with 3D stuff, but being your truest self and like living in love and having a partner that's your equal or the person that makes your heart sing, having friends that just feel like home, that can't be replaced with anything, any amount of money. So, this door that is opening is your truly unlimited potential. It's like the deepest part of your being, your core, is finally going to get to live its life too. It's always, you've kind of, for whoever this is for, I feel you've sort of always kind of lived on the surface level. You've always just kind of shown a little bit about yourself. Uh, your truest, deepest self has been, locked away like the Tin Man. And you are at a place now where maybe you're just so done with the indecision, or life is helping you out. Your angels and guides are pushing you out of it, um, just because they are so excited for you to open this door to spirit and come into who you really are and start to fulfill your mission, your purpose, your destiny, the work that you are here on this earth to do. Fulfilling, or sorry, that's not a word. Fully aligning with it. Ooh, wow, I just feel the greatest sense of relief. not my relief, like for whoever this is for. So I hope that these messages have reached who they need to hear today. Oh, sorry about that. That is, if you want to know my frequency alarm, if it's something you want to try. So I have frequency alarm set on every hour, and you choose. Now, alarms can be really annoying, so choose a sound that you love when it goes off, not something like that terrible alarm sound. And whenever your frequency alarm goes off, you stop, take 30 seconds to 2 minutes. And I learned this from an amazing woman named Regan Hillier. If you want to check her out, she's phenomenal. Anyway, so you set this frequency alarm, and every time it goes off, you stop and you feel in to the life, to the self that you want to be. You feel the frequency of your highest timeline, like your dream life. And then it just kind of helps you constantly get back into that flow of your best life. So I think this is a good place to end. Please let me know if you try frequency alarms. I love them, they're great. And if you were wondering what that song was, that was My Little Boo Thing by Paul someone. And the reason I love it is in my mind, I changed Boo Thing to My Little Moodang. And if you don't know who Moodang is, you should check her out. Have a sparkly day living your authentic self. Bye.